Just clipped off the thigh pad down the leg side. That one to fine leg, and they take a leg bye. And we've had, you may not be aware, Heatley and the viewers, we've had an ICC management here the last couple of days just assessing how our championship, Interpro Championship, is going and the standards around it. You might remember in our last strategy and in this current strategic plan, one of our targets was first class cricket. In comes Thompson again. Better delivery, that one, just outside off stump, getting some good pace and bounce, and that's the end of the over. And we've been asking ICC about what is the criteria for first class status, and the current situation is being that full members can give first class status to their own domestic cricket, and they will govern that themselves. The ICC board would have given the Intercontinental Cup first class status that all those years ago when the I Cup started, and as this has grown as our Hanley Energy Interpro competition, always the objective was to get first class status. It gives the players far greater status in terms of the game. It gives it more profile. In comes Craig Young, and that was pushed beautifully by John Anderson into the covers on the back foot.
It's a big boundary out there.
Away, and it's
a quality cricket shot.
Very good shot indeed. Got nicely behind that, just punched it. Simi Singh even. No, it's not.
No.
It's John Anderson. I got it right in the first time.
Yeah.
Now doubting myself. So we've been asking the question, and ICC have now come up with a criteria for first class cricket and status. And over the last couple of days, we've been looking at our entire structure on and off the field to see where that stacks up. What a cracking shot that is. Short pitch ball from Craig Young and absolutely dispatched by John Anderson. That's rocketed towards the mid-wicket boundary, and I think that's gone over the covers, over the bank. No, it's been thrown back in.
Yeah, great to see so many children over at the nets there, enjoying their evening's cricket. As you say, John Anderson just rocked back and minced that through mid-wicket. Quality cricket shot from a quality cricketer.
He moves on to 15 now. That'll give him a bit of confidence. Got into a good early position there. And he comes again. Good delivery, that one just outside off stump. Good length ball. John Anderson didn't quite move his feet there. He's a little bit stuck on the crease and plays and misses. And they'd have been expecting perhaps a little nick in the slips there. So a good comeback from Young. So it's been an interesting couple of days, and the assessment's gone very well.
Yeah, our viewers will be dying to know how that's gone.
Well, it's very, very positive indeed, and obviously disappointing we missed cricket yesterday, and another cracking shot there off the back foot through just in front of point, and that races away for 4 as well. So we've had a really thorough, if you like, inspection over our structures, processes, staffing involved, obviously the cricket, the facilities. The fact that we're live streaming these games is very important. The promotion of what product we have, everything about it, the history, the scores, the statistics around how the players have gone in this format over the last 3 years. Another cracking delivery there. Just plays and misses, and that looks as though that's maybe hit the seam and moved slightly away. But he's bowling some absolute beauties here. But in between, John Anderson's getting hold of anything wide or short. So the process now is he takes a report back and puts a paper together to the Chief Executives Committee of ICC, who would deliberate, and another cracking shot through cover. Don't think this one's going to go to the boundary. Good chase there, and they're just going to get 2.
And so that's the end of the 7th over. Leinster Lightning 27 for 1 now. Earlier on today, the Warriors won the toss. Their skipper Andy McBride electing to bat, and having done so, they scored 302 runs. Very important game this for both sides. It's the Hanley Energy IP Championship. Leinster Lightning versus the Northwest Warriors. Stuart Thompson continuing his spell from the Dublin Road end. Simi Singh of Dublin YMCA on strike. Dublin YMCA and Leinster Lightning just straying down the leg side. I keep expecting the umpires to wave at me.
I know, you get so used to it, don't you, in one-day cricket. It's amazing what you can get away with in this format. But so we're obviously confident, but we'll allow the chief executives to deliberate on what we have here and the ICC report, and see whether they believe we warrant first-class cricket. Just played and missed that one. There was a noise, but I think his bat came through and hit the ground. But certainly our aspirations are to keep improving all 3 formats in the Hanley Energy Interpro Series. But I think our plan always has been trying to prepare for Test cricket. We hope that'll happen. And it's so important for our succession planning that we've got plenty of players coming through, and we've got a product. There's a good array. You can see in the background a good array of spectators. And that one's short, and Singh's tried to pull that ball, just got a bit of a glove to it, bit of a misfield down there at fine leg, and they've got through for 2. But no, there's a good number of people come through the park today and are watching. There's a bit of a game going up on the top field, and a number of spectators watching this game. So we're very hopeful, but we shall see what ICC has to say, and obviously listen to any recommendations that might come back, anything that we need to do to improve what we have.
Just tucked up there by Thompson. Singh trying to work it around the corner, but no single. Lightning 29 for 1 now. Simi Singh 4 not out. John Anderson 21 not out. In comes Thompson. Well watched, well left.
Something else that's interesting as well, Heatley, is there's a number of players who've played as overseas players in this competition this year who actually qualify in the next year or 2 as eligible to play for Ireland. And that's something that we would encourage and need to look as far and wide as possible, as well as our own homegrown players.
Another good delivery, short delivery, wrapping Simi Singh on the hand. Just takes his glove off.
Yeah, that's hit him quite nasty by the looks of it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure he's too comfortable with that.
No, a little uncomfortable. Just got a note there, Richard, asking for a score in the England-Pakistan game. Can you help us out there?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Thank
we'll
you.
See what we.
So the umpire's calling for a little bit of attention.
So England are 22 for no wicket, chasing 261 to win. Pakistan were only six down, in fact, within their 50 overs. So that's
could be a good series.
Could
that.
be, yeah. Well, I think it'll be a cracking series. Look, I mean, we got the wrath of Pakistan last week. I think they had a very useful bowling attack, and and they clearly showed one or two of the batters who took it to us that they've got some class players in the one-day format. Now their one-day record in recent times hasn't been great, and they've slipped down the rankings considerably. So they're desperate to win this series because that'll help them get up the rankings. That table now is directly related to World Cup qualification. The top 8 get automatic qualification as it stands, and they're currently in 9th spot. So it's a huge series for them. But I think it'll be a close series actually. Obviously, England have had some more success recently in the white ball format, but prior to that, we know they've had a pretty dire couple of years. So it's an exciting England side, but I think it'll be a highly competitive series, this. So a bit of physio attention, bit of the spray and the ice, and we'll see whether Simi Singh is going to be able to hold the bat.
Still looks a little uncomfortable there,
Yeah,
his right hand, Richard.
Does. You
Looks
always
as though
worry that might be a little crack in the finger. Hard to see quite where it hit him, but it seems as though he's going to carry on. Physio is departing the playing area.
He's still not comfortable.
No.
Glad to see Simi Singh putting his helmet back on and getting his gloves.
I see some of our county players as well have been in action today.
Any news?
Barry McCarthy has taken a couple of wickets for Durham against Warwickshire. One being the prize wicket of Jonathan Trott, and Ricky Clark similarly. But I'm sure he'd be very pleased to get Trott out, who's been a pretty rich reign of form, and was 48 at the time. So important wicket for him.
Well done, Barry. Good man. Change of bowling now from the Malahide Castle end. Replacing Craig Young, it's David Scanlon. John Anderson being very watchful, very attentive. Just seeing it through to the keeper. 29 for 1. We're in the 9th over.
Nice to see Dave Scanlon get in the squad this year. I think he's been a quality cricketer around the Northwest for a number of years. He's a fit young man, been around the game a while, but it's good to see him get an opportunity. And Heatley, you're live streaming the National Cup final this
yeah, absolutely.
this weekend, the Irish
I
Senior
can't
Cup
wait.
and the National Cup final.
Can't wait. It's a Saturday and Sunday double header. Saturday we've got Waringstown against Merrion, and Sunday we've got Rush Cricket Club against Laois Cricket Club. All the S's. Yeah, but it promises to be a fantastic weekend. It's a weekend I've always enjoyed, and I'm going to enjoy it all the more now that we're bringing the broadcast to our viewers. So for those of you who can't get along to Clontarf Cricket Club, make sure you join us on the live broadcast. Promises to be a fantastic cricket fest this weekend.
I think it's fantastic because obviously there's people who can't travel for whatever reason. And to be able to spread the gospel and watch your own home team, I'm sure Waringstown will be bringing down a bus.
Oh, many of them.
Many of them, but there'll be a number of people for whatever reason can't make it down. So it's great. That one's just kept a bit low there.
Did keep a little low, yeah. Good over. Very good over. Skipper McBride just encouraging his teammates.
Yeah, they'll be desperate to just make good use of this new ball before it starts getting a bit softer and losing a bit of shine. They would have hoped to pick up 2 or 3 wickets, but only the one so far.
Couple of senior men there in front of us. Young, Thompson, McBride. McBride just making his way back into the slip cordon.
So now 3 slips in a gully. Still desperate to get a little nick there, a bit of an edge.
Looking for the edge, as Richard says. Big appeal, very big appeal, and he's been given. Richard talked about the Warriors being very keen to get another wicket. They've done so. They've got the wicket of Simi Singh.
Yep, just watching that on the replay there, Heatley, that looked plumb. He looked dead in front. He doesn't seem very happy. Maybe he thought he got a little inside nick on it, but it didn't look as though it was that close to the bat, to be fair. But it was certainly very straight.
Yeah.
And that's a big wicket. That's a very important wicket.
It is a big wicket. Simi Singh being replaced by his YM teammate, number 90, Sean Terry.
Got a few YM players in this side, aren't they, Heatley?
Well, 3 of the first 4, Richard.
Yeah.
I'm afraid 2 of the first 3 didn't quite trouble the scoring, or didn't disturb the scoreboard today, should I say. Tector out for a duck, Singh out for not many more.
Does he ever blame you for not getting runs?
Oh, regularly, for goodness sake. What are fathers for? Probably more so my middle son.
Oh, right.
Or Harry. Yeah. However, it's all part of being a cricketer.
Yeah.
I'm trying to become a cricketer. I'm afraid you get good days and not so good days. That's the nature of it, I'm afraid.
Yep.
So Terry about to face his first ball. Good delivery. Thompson pumped here with that wicket. Delighted to have got rid of Simi Singh. 29 for 2 now, Leinster Lightning.
Have you had any scores from our under-15 team who are in Jersey and sweltering heat today?
No, I'm dying to know. Yeah, I'm dying to know. No, I haven't is the answer.
Yeah.
Terry off the mark. He'll be glad of that. Just pushing it out into the covers for a single. Any news yourself?
Well,
there
no,
from
they've had. There's been communication problems there. They're actually struggling for internet and even signal.
Don't talk to me about that subject, please.
Oh dear. Well, at least you've had some.
Yeah, absolutely. We've had a good afternoon, to be fair.
Yeah, but no, the communication has been a bit sparse there until the end of the day when they get back to the hotel and can send through scorecards and things. And it doesn't seem to be being scored live at all by Jersey Cricket, as far as we're aware. But they've had 2 very tough games, very competitive games. They're playing under 16 county sides, and we over the winter believed it would be a really good test for them. We don't want to go and win every game. The guys have got to play some really tough cricket and be tested, and they're being tested playing against some boys that are 17 and considerably stronger and more developed. But that's good. We want them to play some hard cricket. But they've played some very positive cricket as well the last couple of days, and it went from 40 overs, for 50 overs the first 2 days to now a T20 competition today. So we'll.
Well, it's been a fantastic couple of weeks for Irish underage cricket, though, Richard.
It has, certainly has. I mean, we've had sadly lost a little bit to the rain, but no, we've had some good results against Scotland down in Cork. Our under-17s went over to Worcestershire and played some very good games against their academy and their underage under-17 side as well.
We can't forget our young ladies also.
No,
they've been terrific as well.
Coming on to that as well. So they went to Malvern for the first time this year. Leinster have been sending girls' sides for a number of years to Malvern festivals, so we had a side, a 15 side that went this year, which Rob O'Connor took over to Malvern, and they did well. And similarly, our under-17s played against Scotland in a Celtic Cup. So we've got a lot more cricket for them, and we want to expand that in the girls' programme next year. Davy Scanlon, in he comes again, and that one just pushed out to Gully for no run.
I've got to come back to ladies' cricket, Richard, because just recently we saw the exciting news of a series against Bangladesh.
Indeed, yes. Unfortunately, cut slightly short due to sort of their logistical issues and having to just shorten that. But we've got two ODIs, two T20Is up in Breedy in the northwest, and really important. I mean, we've come off a hugely positive series against South Africa, which was very, very pleasing. I think it's the best cricket I've seen the girls play in 5 years, and they've really come on in a number of ways. Been working exceptionally hard, but they drew the T20s 1-1, and then won the last ODI, which was really, really pleasing for them.
Possibly should have won that T20 series, Richard. It was an absolute cracking first game.
They should, and that first game was unbelievable, and hugely disappointing for the girls not to win that, needing 3 off the last ball. I think we all believed that it would be Ireland's day, but those tight games, the pressure mounts, and we had a pretty slippery outfield at that stage with a bit of drizzle coming down for quite some time and difficult fielding conditions, and unfortunately we didn't quite make it home. So it could easily have been a 3-3 series, taking both formats into account, which we did. The overall trophy was across both the formats, not separate. But to come away with 2 wins against a side 5th in the world, playing ICC Women's Championship against the best sides in the world, we were very, very pleased with that performance. Scanlon
Into Terry. Terry just getting right behind it, pushing it back down the wicket to Scanlon. Leinster Lightning 30 for 2. We're in the 11th over. My guest, Performance Director, Cricket Ireland, Richard Holdsworth, and always delighted to chat to Richard. Just talking about the ladies' series against South Africa, and I got to fully endorse your sentiments about the quality of the nice shot there from Terry, just playing it off his hips round to fine leg. 4 runs to Terry, 4 runs to Leinster Lightning. Terry on 5, Anderson on 21, 34 for 2. But yeah, I was just saying, I've got to endorse your sentiments about the performance of the ladies against South Africa. Definitely the best I've seen them play. Thought they were terrific.
Yeah, no, I think there's a huge amount of belief. Obviously, skills-wise, that they're improving. They're working very, very hard at their game. The fitness and the fielding is noticeably improved. Even since the World T20 in India, they've improved from there, I believe. But like all teams in any sport, once you get a win or 2 under your belt against good sides, you then brim with confidence. And I think they'll go into this series against Bangladesh with a lot more confidence. That's cut him in half. John Anderson,
absolute cracking delivery.
Beautiful balls. No ball.
No
in
ball,
fact,
but
zip and pace. It nipped back, and John Anderson didn't know much about that. Very good delivery.
That's happened on a couple of occasions now by Thompson. He's bowled really well in this opening spell.
No, it just looks as though he's probably hit that seam, and it's just nipped back a touch. Fantastic delivery. Having said that, if it had cleaned him up, it was a no ball, so it wouldn't have counted. So I'm really looking forward to this series with Bangladesh. The girls will be brimmed with confidence, and hopefully we can have a series win. Cracking shot.
It's a nice shot. Slightly overpitched. Anderson just leans on it and caresses it through the covers. Great shot. Got to congratulate Cricket Ireland on the dual T20 games. I think it's a fantastic idea.
Yeah,
I think having the ladies play in the morning and the men in the afternoon. I mean, it's great.
It's something we've talked about for a couple of years actually, and just unfortunately, if you look at the schedules over the last couple of years, it just hasn't been able to work. We've just not had the opportunity, one, to be playing any international women's fixtures at the same time as the men. So this has just worked out nicely, and we just straight down the leg side. That last ball from Thompson, but when we were scheduling these two series, and with Hong Kong here as well, as we looked at it, the dates were starting to get pretty close to each other, and we said, well, this might be a great opportunity to do it. Can we pick the same venue? Can we get a double header in? Look, it's fantastic. It's great for the Northwest. They're very passionate about their cricket, and we really hope that people will come out and support both the girls. You
know the dates?
Yes, I do indeed.
Hit us with them, please.
Yeah, the 5th and the 6th of September are the first two T20s. So the girls start at 10:30 in the morning, and then the men's game is at 3:30, I think it is, in the afternoon. So they follow each other. And it would be fantastic to get a decent crowd, some good numbers coming and watch them. And they're on consecutive days, so they play on the 5th and 6th, and then the men's series against Hong Kong finishes, and the women carry on, and they play 2 ODIs on the Thursday and the Saturday against Bangladesh. So it's Monday, Tuesday, and then Thursday, Saturday are the 2
for our
ODIs.
viewers, all 4 ladies' games in Breedy?
Yes, correct. So, what a week's cricket there. Absolutely sensational. And we know that the women's game is getting a lot stronger up there. There's certainly Breedy Cricket Club, and the Northwest have a senior women's league and some junior girls leagues as well. So we really hope those teams come out to support the girls. And to have international men's cricket in Breedy. We played a T20 series against Scotland last year as a warm-up for both of us ahead of the World T20 qualifier. But to be playing Hong Kong, who've had a lot of success in T20 in the last couple of years, really important. And you'll have seen the team that we've selected for the Hong Kong games. It's an exciting young team. Number of players now going to get an opportunity as we build a T20 side over the next 18 months towards the next World T20 qualifier. And that one played nicely off the legs of John Anderson for a single.
Yeah, it certainly is going to be an absolute cricket fest. So it's a couple of big weeks for the men's and the women's side coming up. Remember, all games are going to be live streamed. So we're thrilled to be able to bring you every ball of every game. It should be terrific. Starting next Tuesday in Belfast, Ireland against Hong Kong in the I Cup. Remember, Ireland 3 from 3, going exceptionally well. Another good shot there from John Anderson. It's another 4 to the total. Another 4 to his total. 47 for 2 now. Anderson moving into the 30s. He's on 32. Sean Terry on 5. Got to say well done to Philip Frost and his ground staff here in Malahide. It was a horrible day yesterday. The rain never really let up, and he's produced a terrific wicket. Great outfield.
Shot.
Talking about all things great in cricket, there is a great cricket shot.
He's timing it really well
No,
now.
beautifully.
Isn't he?
Yeah, beautifully.
Last couple of shots there at the middle of the bat. John's getting into good position, using his feet well, coming out at the ball, and growing with confidence. He'll be desperate to get a big score today with the, with the I Cup next week. As you said, a final this weekend. Our Senior Cup for Merion. He'll be desperate to get a good score today.
I think he's the all-time leading run scorer in the Irish Senior Cup, Richard. So,
is that right? Well, it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me.
He loves that competition. Yeah. As we all do. Wonderful competition. Remember, if you're in Dublin, north or south of the Liffey, make your way down to Clontarf Cricket Club this coming Saturday. It's the Bob Kerr Irish Senior Cup, Waringstown against Merion. And then on Sunday, we're going to bring you an equally exciting game, Rush Cricket Club against Laois Cricket Club. Clontarf, the place to be this weekend. Well played there by John Anderson. Beautifully played. So it's been a good day's cricket, Richard.
It has, yeah, absolutely. I think, given the conditions, as you say, early on, a lot of rain yesterday, a little bit of damp early on. I think the Warriors did really well to get a total of 300 there. Taken a couple of key wickets this evening to put a bit of pressure on Leinster. They'll be desperate to get a third wicket before the end of play, but it's not looking likely. And John Anderson leading by example. And captain's innings so far. And now they'll be wanting to come back tomorrow without losing another wicket and bat through the day tomorrow, I would have thought. Straight to delivery there from David Scanlon, and just played nicely back to mid-off, and that's the end of the over. The score is 51 for 2, and
the players are just looking at the scoreboard, wondering will there be another over, and yes. I'm looking forward to seeing this, Richard.
So a little bit of spin coming on, and just trying to work out how many overs we've got left, Heatley. By my reckoning, I think we have 3 or 4 overs remaining. And Surav Randij is coming on.
Looking forward to seeing this boy, I have to say.
Absolutely. So Andy McBride is thinking, let's have something a little bit different with 3 or 4 overs remaining. So they've got a man in short at short leg, a slip in, and then a ring around there, and one sweeping at deep square. And,
nicely played.
Sean Terry punches that.
Just getting up on his toes.
Point, and they'll get a couple out there. It's an interesting action.
Yeah, it is an
and run up,
interesting
isn't
action.
it?
Yeah, absolutely.
He comes in and then almost stops a little bit.
Looks to give it a good rip at top, though.
Yes. Looks very wristy.
Terry on strike.
Important innings for Sean Terry as well.
Hugely important.
Having broken into the side during the Afghanistan series last month, he will again be desperate to get a good score.
A half appeal there from Surav. Really important couple of final overs. It's been an enthralling day's play, this. Well played, Sean Terry. Just pushing it into mid-wicket. No single. Leinster Lightning 53 for 2.
Well, that one has gone wide and turned a little. Missed the keeper. And that's gone for 4 byes.
Not the nicest of ways to finish your first over, but
No, keeper's just not quite stayed down there, and the ball hasn't bounced a great deal either. Good forecast for Saturday as well.
Yeah, super.
Super. Hopefully this nice spell that we're having is going to continue for a few days, but I know Saturday's looking good. Hopefully it'll stay as long as Sunday as well for that National Cup final.
because that's a really important game. That
it's huge for those teams. It'll be a really big day.
As you know, Richard, I'm involved with the Slog Sweep, and we had the 4 captains on last night.
Fantastic.
And I have to say, the captain of Rush and Leash, they were so excited. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed chatting to them.
It's a great day, and I have no doubt they'll bring a good array of supporters as well. And
you bet your bottom dollar.
A great atmosphere.
Yeah.
Bit of banter flying, I'm sure.
Yep. That's what we want. Just looking at the scorecard, Richard, there, isn't it encouraging to see 6 under-19 cricketers playing here today? Yeah.
Absolutely, no, it's really good news, that. And look, I commend the selectors of both teams, giving these guys a good chance. We had a very positive World Cup back at the start of the year. In Bangladesh in difficult conditions with some very noticeable performances, but to have that number in these 2 squads is great. Our under-19 head coach came down yesterday to watch them play. Unfortunately didn't see any.
It's another 2 to the total.
But no, it's really important that our succession planning through the under-19 programme, through the whole youth programme, the whole idea of that is to then hopefully move into the Interpro squads and get opportunities. But it's great that these sides are giving them opportunities at this stage of the season.
Rather wide delivery. Anderson just leaves it through to the keeper, Scanlon. Desperate for another wicket. My, how the Warriors would love a 3rd wicket here this evening.
Well, they would, and it would be their day if they did. They've played some good cricket today. Fought very hard.
Do Lightning have gone at a good lick now?
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I mean, there's been no shortage of attacking strokes. And look, when you need wickets, you need attacking fields. We've seen 3 or 4 catches in most of the innings here. And to be fair, John Anderson has made use of any of those short or particularly wide balls, and there have been a lot of boundaries.
No doubt he'll be looking for another boundary. In comes Scannell. Big appeal. Umpire Bradley
down the right side.
unfazed.
Thought that he'd got a little nick, but as you say, Bradley not moving at all.
No, an immediate shake of the head there. Oh.
So
Skipper looks as if he's getting padded up here.
yeah, I'm
He's
trying
obviously
to work out. I think we've got 2 more overs left.
You get any forecast for tomorrow? Can you bring me any good news?
Good forecast, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, it's looking good.
Oh, great.
It's looking good. I think we'll have another similar day today.
Will you get a chance to come out and view tomorrow?
Well, possibly not. We have a 4-year funding cycle starting in the north through Sport Northern Ireland, who are one of our stakeholder funders. Very supportive to a number of programs within the strategy, and they have a new funding cycle starting 2017 till 2021, so it's a 4-year cycle. And one of my many roles as performance director is to ensure that we put in a performance plan and program for funding to see if they will support us again, as they have over the last 4 years. So I need to get my head down, crunch some numbers, and write a performance plan over the next few days. It'll take me into the weekend, but I shall certainly be there for the Irish Senior Cup final on Saturday. But no, it's going to be head down, I think, for the next couple of days. As much as I love coming out and watching this, at times there's other work to be done. That's
big
gonna be
appeal.
Close.
That's a very big appeal.
Well, they all went up, didn't they? And that is possibly just outside the line. Looking at it on the screen, that actually looks like quite a good decision. I mean, it was very, very close. But I think that ball just straightened a little bit and looked as though it possibly might have caught him just outside the line, but it was very, very close.
A huge moment in the game, that.
They'll be disappointed not to pick up that third one.
Yeah, an enormous appeal. But Sean Terry remains at the wicket. Plays a nice defensive stroke there.
Good little contest, this.
Absolutely. Great to see so many young volunteers here in Malahide moving the screen there.
Yeah, they've been fantastic, Heatley. I mean, obviously we had a huge week last week with 2 Pakistan ODIs, and with the weather not helping us, a huge amount of volunteers came out to help, and similarly they've been doing the same the last 2 days for this. And that is time and stumps for the day.
It certainly is, and we finished the day with Leinster Lightning reaching a total of 61 for the loss of 2 wickets. Earlier on in the day, the Northwest Warriors won the toss, elected to bat, and scored 302 runs. It's been a terrific day's cricket.
Covers coming on, although hopefully they won't be needed tonight, but always put these precautions in place and making sure that everything is dry and ready for tomorrow.
Both teams getting a warm reception as they depart the field. John Anderson on 40, not out. Sean Terry on 7. It's been a terrific day's play, this, Richard.
It certainly has. Nip and tuck, and I think John Anderson will be pleased to come back in not out. He's taken them to 61.
I think Sean will be doubly pleased to be not out.
Well, he will, absolutely. We'll have a look at that replay later, but that was a tremendous ball, and be interested to see how that LBW went. But no, good day's play, I think, from both sides. Some really positive cricket, and it'll set up tomorrow really nicely.
Remember, to win a signed Interpro cricket bat, all you have to do is retweet hashtag HanleyIPWin. Terms and conditions apply, and the competition closes on the 25th of August 2016. Richard, I'm going to, as always, thank you very much indeed for your tremendous contribution. I love having our little chats and talking about the cricket, and perhaps you'll join me on Saturday.
Absolutely, yeah, would love to.
Great. Again, to all our viewers, can we thank you for joining us in such numbers this afternoon. It's been a terrific day's play. Earlier on today, the Warriors finished on 302, and in reply, Leinster Lightning 61 for 2. We look forward to bringing you this broadcast again tomorrow morning. From us all here in Malahide, good evening and thank you for your company.